Hello there traders and welcome to another update. For today I want to cover Euro versus US dollar. I will speak about the USD versus Japanese yen, gold market and dollar index. So I will start with the Euro versus US dollar first. So basically what I found on this chart, we can see this is a 5-minute time frame, but we can see basically the whole day, and there's a volume profile on the left side. You can also see their market traded basically pretty consistent on the upside, but then basically lost total interest to continue with more upside, and we created actually a quite big distribution on the top, and we started to sell our process. If you see here, basically, I can see here that we are now building a lower distribution, and eventually, I wouldn't be surprised if we go through all of this area here. And even test the low for the day, with the current low for the day, which is around 1.1262. To show you also how the chart looks like on other frames, we can see also the 4-hour time frame. We can see there is basically a trend line, and there's just watch the right bottom chart. Basically, we're testing this trend line. As you see, we created distribution exactly from that trend line, and this is for me sign basically that we can see more downside. So higher frames are pretty flat, but there is a test of resistance and this supply trend line in the background. So my view here is basically that we can see more downside, and eventually towards the end of the day, eventually revisit this 1.1262, maybe even break that low for that day. So going into the USD versus Japanese yen, what I found here basically that we got a reversal, right? So market tried this morning to sell off during the Europe session, but then we got actually quite big reversal, very strong, and we end up closed above this on the 5-minute, and now we're trying to pull back. But I overall expect the market to basically continue higher and search for more upside price. And you see the market sold off from this big distribution. Prior to this, we had this contraction, right? And basically once we completed that, once we sold off, market bigger, let's say the aggressive buyers came into the market here and went all the way to take all of the previous highs here. And now we're just doing the pullback. But if you check like higher frames, for example, we can see that we're building and breaking actually this. So we broke aggressively this. Let me show you here on the 2-hour time frame. This area here, which is more like a flag, and we also broke some previous swing highs yesterday. So we had this breakout of the previous swing highs. And even if you place like this, so we're breaking this contraction, and from my perspective, higher time frames confirming it, we eventually can have some decent upside round on the USD versus Japanese yen. So watch for buying opportunities on the pullbacks, and I will not like to see the price again take this low at around 113.32. So as long as this low for the day can hold from a few hours ago, I expect more higher prices. If we take this low, that can negate, and we can go even more lower. But as long as this low is holding and we don't go and break that low, I give more chances for the upside. Speaking of the gold market, so gold market is pretty chaotic this morning. We had some upside run on the Tokyo session, but look at this price area here. This is a very wild and very, very flat. So there is no specific trend for the day, and I don't see anything meaningful here, right? Look at the 2-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame. So what happened on this one is, let me show you we had a break of this, and it was aggressive break. Let me show you that right there. This is how it looks like on the 5. we had a aggressive reversal and then the pullback, and after that price established this upside run, and now we're basically flat. So watch very careful this, because this is still flat for me, but in the background we broke this initial, call that a flag, you know, a range of the downside channel, and we got this upside run. So far we are very flat, and I don't see any, you know, anything meaningful. Just watch for the levels here, right here. So there is a 1791, 1793. These are important pivots because we got that from here, from the left side, from December 1st, right? So, but for now, I will be I'm flat on this one, watching for the levels here. And just to complete today's update with dollar index. Dollar index had this downside run this morning, but it's pretty flat. Watching like a 4-hour time frame, it's pretty flat. If I go to the daily time frame, it's still on this good upside run, and I still expect the price to revisit 96.63. We almost revisited that yesterday, 96.63, and then eventually 96.92. So still more room for upside. This is in a good uptrend, the dollar index, so I expect overall US dollar strength in the next period still. So that'll be all for this update. I hope that you did enjoy. Trade safe. I wish you a good day, and see you all tomorrow.